Brady and you have any verbal back and forth in this game?
No, not really. He was just yelling and cursing out his O-line and slamming the ball down. So we didn't have a chance to talk much. He was busy talking to his guys. But we've had a lot of talk since then, and I love Tom. Tom's a great friend. Congrats on his retirement. I mean, what an incredible career. And, Tom told me, he said, I would give up a few Super Bowls for that because that was special. Undefeated season. 17, however many games they would have won, it would have been unbelievable.
Michael, going into that game, how important was it for you guys as a team when you played them in the very last game of the season, even though you guys lost? How important was that going into the season?
It was a confidence builder. We just felt, we knew if we were to see them again at some point, which would only be in the Super Bowl, that we could beat them. And I think going into that game, a lot of people didn't have confidence in us. They pretty much said they're undefeated, they beat the Giants. For us, we felt like we didn't do anything special in our game plan because we were already in the playoffs. We just showed up and lined up and went man-to-man and man-on-man and see what happened, and we almost beat them. So we felt if we got back and had another opportunity, it wouldn't have been gonna have them recorded Central Alarm. Hell, man. What kind of journalism is that?
Somebody wanted to talk to you.
but in all seriousness, that last game of the season is what helped us beat them in the Super Bowl. I think had we not played them, we would have gone into that game thinking they've beaten everybody. This team was unstoppable. But we realized that.
If there was one play that stands out for you in that game, what would it be?
Oh, man. Well, obviously, Eli getting out of a sack and Tyree catching the ball on his helmet, two of the most unlikely guys to do either of those things to do that. I think that was the point where I was like, okay, this has been a very special year. If they can do that, we're going to win the game. That was well before Bicycle caught the touchdown, because those plays can't end in a bad story. Just couldn't. I felt like for us, and thank goodness it did. 24-year-old quarterback out of Philadelphia, which is, if you're anybody who wants to root for a city that or a player that is just like hard-nosed, that's the one to root for. And I had a chance to spend some time with him a few weeks ago, and what a great kid. What a great kid. And I walked out of the room being a fan. It's very hard for me being a fan of an Eagle, but I am a big Jalen Hurts fan, and I just think that everything he does and the way he is very authentic. It's about team, it's never about himself, and everything that he's gone through. This is a guy who's been put through so much he easily could have quit in college and high school and the pros, but he never had this. Continued to work and evolve his game, and look where he is right now. So definitely a face of the league.
How did you feel when you saw the Empire State Building lit up green for the Eagles and not for the Giants? Your picks.
All right, here we go. All right, for Billy Bush. Well, what was the first question?
What's up with the Giants?
What's up with the Giants? The Giants are going to be okay. They are figuring it out. New coach, new everything. And I just think that watching them play against the Eagles, getting beaten in the playoffs, let them know how far they need to go to get to the point where they can compete at that level. So I think we had learned our good lesson, but had a season that exceeded all expectations. When it comes to the Empire State Building, I think whoever did that should probably look for another job. They should. That's just flat out disrespectful. I don't remember us winning the Super Bowl or going to the Super Bowl and Philly lighting up blue. It didn't happen. So it's called the city of brotherly love, but it's not. It's just not. So let's not try to adopt something that they don't even adopt and they're named for it. So no, look for a new job.
And you and Tom Brady on the same team now.
Tom Brady and I are on the same team. Looking forward to seeing Tom and having him around and listen to him call games and just see him excel in another, facet of the sports world. And but yeah, what an incredible career. I'm happy for him and everything that he's done. His retirement.
Are you surprised by it?
7 rings. I was surprised. Yeah. I thought he was going to come back. I thought he was going to give it another shot. Not in Tampa, but I thought he was going to give it another shot somewhere else. And it's not too late. You can retire twice. You can retire twice. Didn't Favre? Yeah. How many times he retired?
12.
Yeah, something like that. 6. So Tom, you got another one in you. You don't have to even just come back. Nobody's gonna judge you. You're the GOAT. We get it. I want to see him play because he set records last year. I don't want that to end. I don't want it to be final when I know he still has it in him. You know, he's not one of those players, which is one of the reasons I feel like I retired, that you didn't want guys to look and go, you know, I remember when you used to be good. I'm still here. He's not that kind of guy, so I wish he'd come back.
What do you think? What do you think?
Thank you, brother.
What do you think he'll bring to the commentary booth?
What's that?
What do you think he'll bring to
I mean, I think we'll see. I think, you know, obviously this guy has seen more football than anybody in the league. I mean, he's 45 years old. I had already retired 9 years before I hit 45. So I think his knowledge of the game, his knowledge of offense, his knowledge of defenses, and just his ability to be able to express that so that the audience at home easily understands it. I think that's what he's going to bring to the booth, and just a certain sense of credibility. I mean, freaking great.
Michael, what would you say your greatest Super Bowl memory is?
Like I said, winning was the greatest memory. The confetti falling, knowing the game was over. Eli, David Tyree getting a sack. Watching Tom Brady scream at his offensive line when O.C. and Tucker hitting him. Just the whole everything. The week before, watching Tom Coughlin eat an In-N-Out burger after practice one day. It's always it was those little things of the jokes and the laughter and the bus rides and obviously the game. So many memories. It's hard to have one favorite.
Michael, I want to ask you about Steve Spagnuolo. What do you remember
The
him as
best.
coach?
I mean, best, brilliant. Would come up with schemes and see things on film that no one else would see, and with a great job of relaying that to the players and and also letting guys know that he believed in them. I think that's his greatest gift, is that he makes you and lets you know that he believes in you, and you feel more like just don't want to let him down. And we've all had coaches where you're going, okay, this guy's just another body, just another player. He was never that guy. He was always the guy who said, hey, you're my guy. And he made each and every one of us feel that way, and he made us all accountable. And I just think he's a brilliant coordinator, obviously.
He had the reputation of not playing his young players, but now he has a bunch of young guys.
He has no choice.
Yeah.
I think he has no choice but to play his young players, and they've done a great job, to get to the Super Bowl with 4 or 5 young players that have to contribute, with a few guys that they brought in from other teams the first year in the system who have to contribute. He's done an incredible job. And when you have a guy like Chris Jones in the middle to be the catalyst and a leader, whenever Chris Jones does not want to be blocked, he is not blocked. He's unblockable. And I think watching him do what he does inspired the other guys. And I think Steve's lucky to have him. I think he's lucky to have Steve. And these young guys are lucky to be in the Super Bowl, because I wish I'd made it my rookie year.
You brought up Arizona Cardinals. What do you think that they need to do with their new head coach and search to turn that thing around?
Arizona Cardinals, man, I think the toughest thing if you're going to be the Cardinals coach is probably your quarterback. Finding a way to kind of figure him out. It's a personality thing, I think, with him. So he's here, giving him a lot of money. He's not going anywhere. You got to figure out a way to get on the same program with him. And I think if you can find a coach who can do that, a coach that he respects, you're going to have some success here, because he's talented. They have talent all around the field. And in that division, I think they definitely have an opportunity to win it. But it's going to be definitely all based off relationship with the quarterback for any head coach.
Michael, you brought up Chris Jones. What type of impact do you think he can have on this game?
Oh, everything. I mean, that guy, he's everything. He's a disruptor. And he disrupts the running game, the passing game. I don't know any quarterback who likes pressure right up the middle of the defense, and that's what Chris Jones does. But he's also good enough to move out at an end. I've never seen a guy that big rush from in position and be as successful as he's been. And I think he's a unique player that, knowing Spags, he's going to move him wherever he needs him and put him on the person he needs to line him up on. And whoever that person is will be nervous.
He's had such an incredible year, and I'm sure you're incredibly familiar with the kind of year Dexter Lawrence had. Mm-hmm. Aaron Donald has kind of owned that defensive tackle position for so many years in recent memory, and obviously stinks that he was hurt for part of the year. But do you think that it kind of opened a window for people to appreciate some of the years that those guys playing in the middle ended up having?
Absolutely, and I think it definitely opened it up. And Aaron Donald there's not another Aaron Donald And unfortunately, he had the injuries this year and didn't have the kind of season that we're used to seeing him have. But he's the most amazing interior rusher I've ever seen in my life. And anytime you can get an interior rusher who can put up the numbers that these guys put up, and not just, everybody looks at sacks and they get hung up on sacks, which these guys have a lot of, but the pressure, just the disruption, that is really the key. And when you sit in a meeting room on a Monday and you watch a football game, my philosophy for every play is it was life or death. It's me or you. And it ain't gonna be me, it's gonna be you. That was my mentality, because I gotta sit in this room and all these guys gotta watch me either get my butt whipped or they gotta watch me whip butt. And Chris Jones whips butt. Every play, he plays like that. And he's unblockable. And I just think that with Aaron Donald not being in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year, but yet I think he brought a lot of light to that position, that Chris Jones is definitely the caliber of player who could win that award.
I know
Michael, can you give us a sneak preview of your prediction for Sunday?
No. Why would I do that? You don't have to watch the show.
Oh, we're going to watch it anyway. But I mean, a little scoop here.
Yeah, but then you're going to know what I'm going to say, and then you don't get as excited as I want you to get, and
Could you see Aaron Rodgers in New York with the Jets?
Oh, with the Jets, yes. With the Giants, no. I thought you were trying to lead me down that path, buddy. I know you, sir, but your head is blocking the camera behind you. We love your white locks, but
trying to do the viewers a favor.
Good one, but
why could you see him with the Jets?
I think that Jets have a great young receiving core. They got a running game. I think they have a defense. I think if there's a team that he can be that missing piece, that would be a good one. I don't think he wants to go to a team where he's trying to figure out what they are. I think the Jets got an excitable coach too, and I think it'd be great. And it's a big city. Aaron Rodgers has a big city kind of vibe, man. He can do it.